You're watching Daily News Brief, top headlines made simple. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Here are the brief highlights of today's top stories. Russian-backed head of Donetsk says Moscow must capture canal from Ukraine to solve water crisis. Oklahoma man arrested after 11-year-old stepdaughter gives birth. Mother charged with enabling abuse. Tesla owner shares honest review after year of electric driving. The more I drive this car. Judge rules Utah's congressional map must be redrawn for the 2026 elections. Hollie Strano, mix 94.1 weather forecaster, to miss time after weekend injury, trip. Woman calls out gap after noticing small tag on secondhand dress. There really needs to be more legislation against this. France summons US Ambassador Kushner over unacceptable letter about rising antisemitism. Vice President JD Vance faces backlash over shocking allegations about birthday party, pretty outrageous. Piles of human cremated remains discovered outside Las Vegas. Korean Air makes airline's biggest ever Boeing jet order amid Trump-Lee summit. French PM Bayrou risks cabinet collapse with confidence vote on major budget cuts. The president appeared to confuse multiple officials, invented a governor, and warned of invasive fish in a chaotic Oval Office appearance. License plate camera company halts cooperation with federal agencies among investigation concerns. Trump supporters are absolutely losing it over this sold-out Gavin Newsom merch item. Nurses showed no urgency as man died in Central Valley hallway, report says. Australian police hunt for gunman who killed 2 officers and shot another in a rural town. Now, let's dive deeper into the details. The Russian-backed leader of Donetsk asserts that capturing a vital canal from Ukraine is crucial to resolving the region's water crisis.
This comes as residents face severe water shortages, relying on water trucks and limited tap water availability for basic needs.
Denis Pushilin, the Russian-installed head of Donetsk, highlighted the difficulty of the situation and the lack of quick solutions.
He emphasized the necessity of controlling the entire Donetsk region, including the Soviet-era canal, to fully restore water supplies.
An Oklahoma man faces child sexual abuse charges after his 11-year-old stepdaughter gave birth at home.
DNA testing confirmed the stepfather as the baby's father, leading to amended charges against the couple.
The mother is charged with enabling the abuse, and both face multiple child neglect charges due to deplorable living conditions.
Authorities removed 5 other children from the home, and the couple now face potential life sentences for their crimes.
A Tesla owner shared their first-year cost savings in a recent TikTok video.
They spent significantly less on maintenance compared to their previous vehicle.
Electric vehicles offer long-term financial and environmental benefits for owners.
Potential tax credits can further incentivize the switch to electric vehicles.
A Utah judge ruled the state legislature must redraw its congressional map for the 2026 elections.
The current map splits Salt Lake County, a Democratic area, among 4 Republican-held districts.
The judge found the Republican-controlled legislature ignored an independent commission designed to prevent gerrymandering.
This ruling introduces uncertainty into a state previously expected to be a Republican stronghold in the House.
Hollie Strano, the new Mix 94.1 weather forecaster, is temporarily off the air due to an injury.
She sustained the injury while helping her son, Grady, move into his Ohio State University dorm room over the weekend.
Strano announced her absence on Facebook, mentioning a concussion and a visit to the emergency room.
She recently joined Mix 94.1 after her departure from WKYC Channel 3 last year.
A TikTok user exposed Gap for allegedly misleading consumers about the sustainability of its clothing.
The user found that despite a sustainable-looking tag, the dress was made of non-recycled polyester and spandex.
This incident highlights the growing concern over greenwashing tactics employed by fast fashion brands.
Consumers and advocates are calling for increased regulation and transparency within the apparel industry.
France summoned United States Ambassador Kushner over a letter criticizing its response to antisemitism.
The letter, deemed unacceptable by France, alleged insufficient action against rising anti-Semitic acts.
French officials met with the embassy's second-in-command, denouncing the letter as interference.
They stated that the letter misrepresented the reality of France's fight against antisemitism.
Vice President JD Vance is facing criticism for allegedly manipulating lake water levels for his birthday celebration.
The Guardian reports that Vance utilized the United States Army Corps of Engineers to adjust Cedar Creek Lake outflow in Ohio.
The alleged manipulation aimed to create optimal kayaking conditions for the vice president and his guests at the party.
Ethics specialists find this use of government resources questionable, raising concerns about special treatment and appearances.
The Bureau of Land Management is investigating the discovery of approximately 70 piles of human cremated remains near Searchlight, Nevada.
An anonymous individual discovered the remains on a dirt road and provided photographic evidence to the news station.
While scattering cremated remains on public land is permitted, commercial distribution is prohibited under Bureau of Land Management policy.
The Bureau of Land Management has confirmed the remains are human and are currently conducting an active investigation into the matter.
Korean Air has placed a record-breaking $50 billion order with Boeing and General Electric Aerospace.
This massive deal includes 103 Boeing airplanes and associated engine servicing.
The order coincides with South Korean President Lee Jae-myung visiting Washington, District of Columbia.
This purchase will support Korean Air as it integrates operations with its recently acquired subsidiary, Asiana Airlines.
Prime Minister Bayrou has called for a confidence vote on proposed budget cuts totaling €43.8 billion.
If the vote fails, his minority government in France could collapse due to opposition from 3 parties.
The proposed cuts include reducing civil service jobs and a solidarity contribution from the wealthiest citizens.
Controversially, the budget also suggests eliminating 2 public holidays, including Victory in Europe Day.
President Donald Trump caused confusion by mentioning a fictitious governor named Christy Whitman during an Oval Office event.
While seated at the Resolute desk, he later seemed to correct himself to Whitmer, but still referred to a non-existent Christy Whitmer.
This incident occurred on Monday during the signing of an executive order, adding to the chaotic nature of the appearance.
The president, age 79, continued to confound his audience with further rambling remarks.
Flock Safety halted collaborations with federal agencies due to concerns regarding data usage and investigations.
Illinois Secretary of State Alexei Janulius discovered unauthorized federal access to Illinois license plate data.
Flock Safety admitted to unclear communication and inadequate protocols for federal agency access.
The company adjusted its system to restrict federal searches and enhance transparency of inquiries.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has launched an online store called the Patriot Shop.
The store features items satirizing political figures, including a tank top and a red hat.
A signed Bible, priced at $100, has reportedly sold out quickly.
This move seems to be a response to former President Donald Trump selling signed Bibles at a higher price.
Eric Berger died in a Central Valley emergency room after calling 911 for chest pain and shortness of breath.
A lawsuit alleges 2 nurses displayed no urgency and prioritized a private conversation over his care.
The state is investigating the incident and the nurses involved could face license revocation.
A former hospital employee claims he was fired for reporting the incident to the state.
2 Australian police officers were tragically killed during a search warrant execution in rural Victoria. A 3rd officer sustained non-life-threatening injuries and underwent surgery following the incident. The heavily armed suspect fled into the surrounding forest, prompting a large-scale manhunt by hundreds of officers. This incident occurred in Porapunka, a small town, after 10 officers attempted to serve a warrant at a property. Thank you for listening. Stay informed, stay aware, and join us again for more updates that matter. Until next time.